morning, good evening, good afternoon. Today I am excited to be here on Moonshot Podcast with Zafar Abundance, as well as being on the Global Abundance Organization TV. How are you doing today, Zafar? How is it? Assalamu alaikum.
I'm Walaikum Salam, thank you. Bit down, I'm a fever, just sore throat and down, but it's all well. I'm motivated, trying to be
All right.
productive.
Excellent, excellent. Well, I wish you are getting rest. And this brings us to the most amazing topic that I am going to blow everyone's mind because we need to be mindful of our bodies and minds. Zavar often talks about abundance. He talks about well-being. He talks about giving into others, love, compassion, and being always there to show up and never give up. So I ask you, as we start off today's segment, Safar, how are you showing up for yourself? Are you taking care of your hydration? Are you getting ample rest? Are you allowing yourself to have at least 1 hour to yourself, another hour dedicated to your family? As I turn it over to you, I welcome your responses. Ladies and gentlemen, sit back and listen to his responses and listen how we can grow. Over to you.
Well, really, as you know, I've got responsibility for my family, and I all the time I'm just taking care of them. When I'm not officially in office or when I'm not working officially. But yeah, I mean, it's me time is the only time when I'm talking to you, or like I'm podcasting or I'm on. I mean, this is my time. But again, for myself, for my care, for hydration, or like my own rest, I mean, that's the only sleep time. I mean, nothing else.
Hmm. Okay. Well, I appreciate your time to the globe, to the social media platform of showing up. I'm grateful for your office contributions and commitments to your employment and also connecting with Suryan Ala Awala. But let me share with you a brief story, if I may. We talk about in today's society as always pouring into others. My mentor, my kindred, my friend Les Brown had spoken to me this weekend and said, remind yourselves of the air pilot controls principles when flying. Put your mask on first before serving others. We have this connotation of being busy as opposed to productive, showing up for others and not for ourselves. I did several videos on my YouTube channel, coach and speak on this, that make sure you're not saying no to yourself when you're saying yes to others. I will repeat that. Make sure you're not saying no to yourself when you're saying yes to others. In order to be productive and successful in this world, everybody says success loves speed, right? They want it now, immediate, their attention span is limited. But I ask you, you're a father of many. You're a voice of the globe. You speak about abundance. So as your connection, you're confident, you're collaborate on the other side, representing Colombia, South America, and United States. I want you to press pause and take care of you. How do you aim to do that? To be the best version of yourself, not only for yourself, but for your family and for your audience. Over to you.
Thank you so much. I mean, this is a great, caring question. I mean, you're just, I mean, people diving deep into my personal comfort. I really thank you so much for being that considerate, and you've always been very, since you're an accountability coach, so you take the accountability of my health too. Thank you so much for the concern. But again, when I talk regarding the globe, I get a lot of energy. When I talk about abundance, about peace, prosperity, I really like that. That gets me a lot of energy and hope, and that's what I really enjoy. But I mean, yeah, at times, I mean, you can't help with your health. Health. I mean, like right now, I'm having a sore throat. So this becomes difficult. So one has to take rest. I mean, as last time I was not feeling well, then you asked me to take complete rest, and then I
Yes.
mean that's so kind of you. Over to you and back to you.
Yes, it is important that you take rest and that you be mindful. You know, the creator wants you to be the best version of yourself. I know you've said this to others on several podcasts, to your family. You've said, are you okay? Are you living in abundance? Are you being abundant and giving abundance? Well, they have this analogy over here in the States and in America where they say, don't pour from an empty vessel. And we cannot feel guilty pressing pause. We cannot feel guilty if we have to take care of ourselves. They can wait because they understand. And if they can't, to each his own. You have to follow your heart, not the herd. What people are saying, oh my goodness, Zafar is not on today. How dare he dismiss us of good quality and content? Not the herd of the masses. You have to grind until you're exhausted because what happens? You can't serve others with abundance from the hospital, from 6 feet under, or incapacitated. And as you had mentioned the last segment, you want to teach our future generation, be in the present, be in the now. If your throat is bothering you, that's a telltale sign. Zafar, you need to take care of yourself. You need to have herbal tea and honey to soothe the muscles. If you're fatigued, your body is saying you're running empty on fuels. What happens when you're driving a vehicle and that check engine light comes on or that low gas comes on? Do you continue to travel until you are stranded? Or do you direct yourself to a gas station or a checkup, a mechanic? Our bodies are our temples. Our mind is our muscle. And I speak on behalf of what we will do as a collaborative community of Zafar Abundance Wella. Put in the chat, take rest for yourself. We need you healthy, we need you present, and we need your best foot forward. But most importantly, your children need you to be the best great dad that they know. So, how are you going to take your steps? Educate the audience, educate the youth, educate those labor workers that are grinding to the bone, but only to return home to crash and fall asleep. Time is limited, my friend. Time is of the essence. We cannot get back time. So, share with your words of wisdom, of abundance, how you're going to take care of yourself. Over to you.
True. That's amazing. The whole holistic overview of the abundance, as you also, since you're an accountability for your writer, and you yourself you prove to be a victim, to be a victorious from being a victim. So I also take a lot of resilience. Uh,
Mhm.
uh, Wisdom from your side. So I try to do the best out of myself, and I want to make best use of my time. So making my best use of time is like I try to connect to change makers like yourself, to the thinkers like yourself, and I really try to get intellect from the visionaries like yourself. So that's what I do. I am
Mhm.
connecting and I am connecting insanely so that I mean the abundance concepts get actualized. So that's what I keep trying and trying.
Well, I'm going to replace the word try because try is just in the vocabulary of wish, hope, procrastination. I am going to take action. And when we take action, we advance, we accelerate, we become accountable and not a false facade of what we teach. If you were not to take care of yourself, your health right now, no matter if it's minor or major, if you were not to put yourself first, then abundance would be imposter because you're not applying what you're teaching to your children and your audience. Does that make sense? So when I need to hit that pause break, I let people know respectively and understandingly, and my audience and collaborates understand. I take twice a year a hiatus to pause, reflect, and reset. I plan my quarters and years in advance to be structured. And in order for me to do that is because I listen to my mind, body, spirit, and soul. We don't want to fall into the trap of society, greed, money, time, have to show up because nobody's going to show up. My mentor, coach, and kindred spirit, Les Brown, says, don't be the go-to person when you can't go to anyone. Think about that. Your children depend on you. Your abundance, global abundance organization depends on you. So you must be accountable and abundant with yourself to rest, to heal, to feel. There was a segment, for those of you who don't know, I have a YouTube channel with over 1,500 videos to all walks of life. For a week and a time, I lost my voice. But what did I do? When I knew I was feeling ill, I batched videos, pictures, and captions to serve my audience so I can rest. I was still present, but not live for my audience. I advise you, I'm getting so many contacts and connections from people who are saying, Andrea, I'm tired. Andrea, I'm not well. Andrea, I'm working 24/7, 365. And my response, stop. Number one, are you happy? Number two, actually, let me reverse that. Number one, are you healthy? Are you at your best 100% right now? Number two, are you happy? And number three, if you continue the track that you're going on, is it going to be helpful, harmful, or hurtful? Take it from me. I grinded and grinded, and because I didn't stop to allow my emotions to feel and heal, I ended up fighting for my life in the hospital. Ladies and gentlemen, don't make this same mistake. I don't care if you have the sniffles, if you have a temperature, if you're tired, your body is your number one directive. Listen to it. Nobody's going to feel bad. Nobody's going to make you feel guilty. We want you to heal rather than you not return. So, what are 3 action steps you're going to take today, Zafar, to your abundance audience to exemplify how Zafar is going to love himself and put himself and his health first? Over
Well,
to you. What are 3?
thank you. And then firstly, I mean, I like to rest. I mean, I need a lot of rest, and then I'll take medicine, and then please, I'll spend time with my kids because tomorrow is coming up in holiday, so I'll be just having a lot of time with my kids.
Nothing like unconditional love of your children, healing a heart, and bouncing you back to wellness. So, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it. Number 1, he's going to take medicine. I wish he takes holistic medicine first of herbal teas, honey, and rest himself. Get the best medicine is rest. Number 2, he's going to spend time with his kids for the holiday. And number 3, he will resume when he's ready. If you agree, I'm holding you, audience, Global Abundance audience, accountable. If you see Safar coming on the screen, say, rest is best. We'll see you when you're 100%. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what I'm holding you accountable for abundance, wellness. May is mental health month here in the States, if not in the globe. Every day is mental health. How can you be productive if you're not well? If your child came home to you, Zafar, and from school, Daddy, I don't feel well. I'm not really, my stomach hurts. I'm tired. I have a temperature. What would you say to your child?
Medicines, and right away I'll take him to the doctor and I'll ask him to take rest. And until
So,
and unless he resumes his health, I won't allow him to do anything else.
so why would you not, why would you dismiss that advice and that care for yourself?
I thought this was like half an hour session, and I really wanted to talk to you because, and whenever I talk to you, I get a lot of energies, and you always charge me mentally and cordially, honestly. So that's what it was the like. That was a motivation talking to you. Back to you.
Excellent. Excellent. Now, ladies and gentlemen, with Zafar, we want to make sure he's doing the right thing. We want to make sure you're taking care of yourself. Zafar, I would love to share your experience and thought how you have transformed from being someone of being a man of business to a man of service in abundance. Kind of elaborate on that. Over to you.
Thank you. I mean, it's since I'm already 47 and I have already spent more than half of my age. When I see that, I mean, people in Gaza, they're being killed, even they're being raised off, and I see other part of the world, they're fighting. I mean, the whole world is fighting for money, for resources, and this war like situations going on throughout the globe. And what's that? What that's for? That's for the resources. I want to grab your resources. So that makes my mind to just talk about abundance, peace, prosperity, collaborations, cooperations, and let's make the world. I mean, let's talk about, at least talk about this. Let's have podcast sessions. Let's have interviews. Let's have sessions together. So that's why I also follow Peter H. De Mendes. I mean, he's also another person for abundance. He's dedicatedly doing this for abundance over the like 13 years now, and he holds summits every year for abundance.
Mhm.
So I mean that becomes my motivation. I also got uh, oh, I got 30 days mindset boot camp from him too, and that makes me pretty optimistic about the abundance. So that's why I started talking to the people across the globe, and whenever I talk to anybody and I ask questions, do you want to spend? Do you want your governments to spend your hard-earned money that you pay in tax on bullets to kill other people's kids, or like you want
Mhm.
that money to be spent on health and entrepreneurial activities, or like making wealth, or making your life better. I mean, your kids and generation next better. So everybody's for peace, prosperity, and anything positive, but not wars, no nothing. So that makes
Mhm.
me really motivated, and that's what I keep talking. Even I've been talking to my neighboring country that we are at war with. That's India, and I
Mhm.
have been talking to Indian people. When I talk with, I mean, when we people to people contacts, I think it is the real contact, and they all are for peace, for prosperity. But I really don't know what happens to this political, I would say, mafia, or like, I mean, why do they go for killing each other? I mean, there is
Mhm.
no, since I mean every spot on face of earth is recorded now. Anything is going on, you can record. I mean, there's like, we've got such a superb cameras, and I mean, look at Google Earth, and there are lot other gadgets and tools, techniques available that you can keep recording the whole Earth's activities. So if there's something going on in India and they are blaming that there were a few Pakistanis who've done this, so why don't they have proof then? Even if somebody is doing something in Pakistan and Pakistani government is blaming India, and I mean, why don't they reproduce the evidence? So the crux of the story is abundance. That I really
Mhm.
want the people talk about abundance. Like, I mean, there was a point of time in Europe in the 1920s when the people started talking about not fighting. And look at them. I mean, they are borderless Europe now. The one currency, and the economy is doing good, and they have had a lot of differences with each other. But look at them right now. They are living in
Mhm.
peace. There are no, like, look at yourself, even US 51 states, and how about your borders with Canada? I mean, you are so
Mhm.
peaceful. There's no need. I mean, that you deploy your armies on borders. And so that's what I mean. I dream for the whole world, especially this part of the world where I live. And again, for the Gaza, I mean, and for the I would really ask the people of the globe to stand up in favor of the small kids being brutally killed and martyred and in Gaza, be it anything in Palestine or be in anywhere in the world, be there of any religion or skin color or anything. So
Mhm.
the people like yourself, I mean, you are a writer, you are very enlightened, moderate mindset, and the
Mhm.
people,
Mhm.
especially people in US, Europe, those who are more civilized, they are the first world. So, and they've
Mhm.
got the more resources too, and they are the writers, and they can play a really huge, big role.
Mhm.
Rather they can lead this peace prosperity. But I mean, what to talk of US? US itself, I mean, it's after other countries and keep bombing. I mean, look at be it Iraq, and where are the weapons of mass destruction, and be it of Afghanistan, where they have bombed, they have spent billions and billions of dollars on the war. But how about did they find any clue to what has
Mhm.
happened on 9/11? I mean,
Mhm.
billions of them. The whole face of the earth has been changed, but I mean nothing.
Right.
We do not get anything out of it. I mean, look at, I
Mm.
mean, what Hiroshima, Nagasaki, US has bombed with the nukes. I mean, look, I mean, what my point is simple. Let's not fight. Let's
Right.
sit together. Let's work together. Let's be entrepreneurs. Let's be investors. Do business with each other. Let's
Mhm.
make this world place a better place. So that's all about abundance. I mean, I keep talking to people around the world. I'm only one voice, but I mean,
Mhm.
I think, I mean, if I keep speaking, my tribe is becoming better
Mhm.
and bigger, and there will be a point of time, and then like yourself, when
Right.
you were hitting, when you were getting back to life, then you said one day, you said no more, enough
Mhm.
is
Right.
enough. I mean, you were resilient enough. You said no to the life that was toxic
Mhm.
to you, the relationship or anything. Then you bounced back, and the same way,
Mhm.
the whole world has to bounce back. And it has to say enough is enough. Let's uh, let's be peaceful life. I mean, why to kill? I mean, come on.
Right. Right.
The nations have been killing other nations, and they have killed hugely, massively. What was the result?
Mm. Right.
Are they? I mean, who? What nation could erase other? Is there any one example? No, there's none. So
Right.
that's why I say abundance is the only way. I mean, I mean, let's make wealth. Let's generate wealth, wealth of peace, wealth of prosperity, wealth of abundance, wealth of mental peace, and wealth in any form, in any mean and manifestation. And that can
Mm.
only be possible through abundance. The concept of abundance. Over to you.
Yes, excellent. No, I actually believe that peace is what we need. We need to understand each other across the waters, across the borders to really make impact and influence. That power over people is priceless. It's costing lives, it's costing jobs, it's costing, a lot of detrimental damage to the world. And I believe your abundance organization and collaborating with people is the first step. Getting people who are on board, getting people who are involved in agreement. And then how do we trickle down that information to our youth, to our communities, to our schools, to our fellow employees and fellow neighboring countries and continents? Absolutely. So, I guess one of the questions that comes to mind is that of abundance, that of health and wellness. As we have about 5 minutes left, I would love for you to kind of let people know how they can contact you and what is in store. What is the deliverables in store in getting connected with Global Abundance Organization, connecting with Zafar? What are they going to receive? What are they looking for? What is going to be the connections, and how can they connect with you? Over to you.
What I'm doing through abundance is I am connecting people to the like-minded people to each other. Like, I mean, a person who's retiring in the same profession, another person getting into the same profession. I mean, the as an apprentice, as an internee, as a person of the young person. So what I do, I get them connected both, and people of the same mindset, I keep them connected. And whenever I'm talking to the people, and I since I keep networking and keep networking, so I get new people. So what I do, I ask them to network together and
Mhm.
work together, and that's what I keep doing. So I am my focus is collaboration, cooperation. So this is what I'm doing.
Excellent. How can they get in touch with you? What are the best methods that they can connect with you?
They can get me connected through my Facebook. That's Zafar Ali Awan at gmail.com. I mean, this is Facebook email. And then again, global. They can simply write Global Abundance Organization, then they'll get the contacts. And I've got the Global Abundance Organization television on YouTube. So this is what I mean. We are going live. And again, I mean, they can get me connected through LinkedIn. So LinkedIn,
Okay.
Facebook, YouTube are the very famous channel they can get connected through.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we heard that his mission and message is collaboration and connection globally to individuals who are like-minded individuals of all ages, all genres, all walks of life. Secondly, you can connect with him on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn, Global Abundance Organization, or Zafar Abundance Wala. And thirdly, what kind of individuals or roles, what will they get out of connecting with you other than the network component? What would they thrive or receive as well?
Well, since abundance is the creating possibility through innovation and creation, and we are using AI, so they'll get their income 10x just because of the collaborations, just because we if they are present on one point in space and time. What we'll do, we'll get them connected so that they have the bigger audience, they have got the larger clients, and that's how we do, like
Excellent.
be the entrepreneurs, business persons, tech people. So they get connected. What I do, I keep training people through the trainers. I mean, I was last night, and I've got a training from Kimberly. She from Silicon Valley. So she was also training us how to make the impossible into possible. And there were huge big things about the ideas also, and dreaming big things. So I mean, I what I do, I keep them connected and connected to the change makers, to the thinkers, to the tech world, so that they gradually keep improving their technology, their knowledge, and upgrading and trainings, and then they have the larger audience too. That's what is the prime objective of the abundance.
Excellent. Well, as you heard, ladies and gentlemen, Zafar is in abundance in connecting you, in building the knowledge and the understanding and teachings of AI, bringing people together with like minded individuals of thriving to succeed, accountability, authenticity, as well as learning from one another across the waters and across the borders. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another segment of Moonshot Podcast with Zafar Abundanzwala and myself, your first choice, your global voice, Andrea Mason, alumna of Les Brown and the creator and innovator of Press Play, Plan Life According to You LLC. Remember, if you've enjoyed this segment, if you're watching this segment, hold Zafar accountable to bounce back to 100% so he can be abundant for you. This will be my final week until further notice. So I will be here today, tomorrow, until the 30th of May as the second half of the year, the third quarter begins. So I wish you all abundance. Assalamu alaikum. Be safe, be well until tomorrow. Zafar, get a good night's rest, hug your children, and be safe and be well. Take care.